how do I keep my tea storage, my tea hauls, all of the teas? How do I keep them all contained and sort them? And what is my organization system for all of this tea? Yeah, it's taken me a while. I have done different things. I've created different systems for myself, but after living with this one for probably a year and a half, I think I finally have it and I want to share it with you guys. How do I store all of my teas? How I went from this to this. Okay, let's just dive right in and let me just walk you through. I did some recording while I was actually in the midst of cleaning all of this out and how I ended up with it. So I'm so excited. Let's just dive right in. So first up, I had gotten these little totes from these little bins from IKEA because I wanted to put them in an IKEA bookshelf, the Billy bookshelf specifically, but I had tea everywhere. So I put it all out. This was after I actually took the time to go through everything and I kind of pulled out anything that maybe was like not best before type thing. Like, you know, you have to be careful with some things with nuts and stuff. So then I got these perfect little containers from IKEA. I'll leave everything linked down below. And what I did was I created a system that was going to work for me. So I knew that when I'm looking for certain things, I want to be able to pull them out. Of course, I do have some favorites and I always keep those on the counter. So that is my coffee pu'er. The middle one is the Desert Rose by the Silk Tea Co. And then the third one is actually for my wife, Jeanette. And currently, she usually drinks like a black, like an orange pico. But she loves green teas and oolongs as well, but she has her basics. So this here is what we end up with. And this is two cupboards that's actually, they're in my living room, which is perfect because I can just go. But what I did was I actually sorted them based on how I like to drink tea. So you can see trois different cold brew containers. And those are teas that I feel are perfect for me for cold brew. I have an Earl Grey section because I love Earl Grey. And then I wanted to be able to kind of like have like teas that I think would make a great latte, teas that I love, you know, that are, you know, the chai and stuff. And I just sorted them that way. So here's a look into probably the container that is likely to deplete the quickest, my Earl Grey container. Then we have black blends. And let's just take a little peek in here. And you can see I have a wide assortment of different teas. I will say that these videos were taken probably about a year and a half ago. A lot of these I've been trying to drink down. And as you can see here, the un, deux, trois, and I tried to write something fun on them and I made them like fun for me. I used turquoise duct tape. That felt good for me. I was unsure if I was going to leave them like this or not. So it easily comes off. I can change them. Love me a latte. So these, like I said, are all teas that I personally love as lattes. So you can see all the different groups there. At the bottom here, I have a couple containers that, you know, this, it wouldn't fit another level of these types. So I used these here ones that easily pull out. And this is just different varieties that wouldn't fit in anywhere else. That's how I organized this one. Let's take a peek at the Royabus. So you can see I do like to have a variety. I love tasting and trying out new and exciting different teas, and it's just so much fun. I do have a little bit of trouble sometimes being like, oh Jan, you should actually drink that and not just savor it forever. Like if I have one that I'm like, ooh, I like that so much that, you know, like I better hold on to that. I hope that we've kind of been making some progress with this. I know I've been like, you know what? If I'm going to enjoy this, let's enjoy this today. And yeah, it's been great that way. So you can see there's a variety in here. be the change from David's Tea. And what I've also been doing is I've been sharing a lot more teas. So I have some family and friends that have been wanting to explore different teas, and I have found that this is great for me to be able to be like, I have teas that I would love to share with you. Not that I don't want to drink them all myself, I do. And I would love to throw a big tea party someday. But I really love exploring different teas. I love exploring different brands and different flavors and the whole thing. Oh, this is one that I've almost drunk through now. Somewhere Over the Rainbow by the Tea Girl. Oh, so good. Oat milk latte, so good. Yeah, Sloan Tea, another great one. And I love that they have these little samples. I love it when companies have sample sizes because it allows you just to explore more teas. And that is like my biggest thing. I love just tasting out different teas, trying to see what works best for my taste buds and how I like it. Yeah, you can see I love Dessert by Deb as well, David's Tea, so many great ones. The Necessities, Lindsay is like, oh, she is so creative with her different blends. Just some great ones here. Of course, my friends at David's Tea, they're always so fun. Grandma's Apple Strudel, this is just making me hungry. That one, I don't know. I keep looking at that one and I'm like, I want to try it, but I don't know. I just need to jump in. Bird and Blend. Oh, there's so many great, fabulous tea companies out there. And this just makes it so much easier to kind of just like go through. So I will say that the Love Me a Latte, I did pull out the Somewhere Over the Rainbow and I've been drinking that one black and I love it. That's the one by the Tea Girl. So good. Sarah is the owner and she is like, these people are like magicians when they come to their blends and stuff. This is the other cupboard, and in here, this is again IKEA containers, and I wanted something for like a little bit of overflow. So I organized it by what it is. So some teas that I still have to explore, White 2 Tea, that is my favorite. Waffles from White 2 Tea. It is so good, but I always feel like I need to have like a little bit more time to be able to go through that one and do it. Now I've sorted this one more by like my David's Tea, and like I said, this is way depleted now. I have not been purchasing anything. I've been sipping through and I have been sharing. That is my massive bag of coffee pu'er. It is giant. I am so thankful to my friend for that. I have been drinking coffee pu'er. At one time I was like holding on to it. I'm drinking. This is my Silk Tea Company's collection, Desert Rose, top tea for me. I love the Silk Tea Co. That's MJ, and I've done a video with her introducing you. And there's some Dessert by Deb. Also, I've had the pleasure of doing an interview with Dessert by Deb as well. The tea at the White House, they're just so delightful as well. We did an afternoon tea in our home. We tested that out for them. It was so fun. Here we have like overflow of different containers. I don't know why, but sometimes I don't know. Am I alone in this? I have a hoarding tendency. And again, there's some tea pigs, some David's Tea, some little fun things to just like go through. So a little bit of overflow there as well. So that is how I keep that organized. But there's more. This is a drawer in the island in my kitchen, and I love having this here. So this, I have a few containers that I'm drinking through. This here little basket are teas that I was drinking down at that time. Of course, these have all changed by now. Like I said, I took this video probably a year and a half ago. And yeah, it's just great to kind of be able to keep them contained like that. I love the look of collecting tea tags. Like, So I have this cute little cup and I've been collecting tea tags, and maybe someday I'll show you how I've been putting those into a scrapbook as well. I have a little, my spoons are already there. As you can see, there's tea at the bottom. Oh my gracious, I should have cleaned that out. This is what happens though. This is real life, you guys. This is it, you're seeing it. So I love the different spoons and stuff. I have this tin that I got from David's Tea one time. And I always just refill this. So I have like big containers full of tea bags. Typically I will use the infusers that make a pot. That's how I do it. But I love being able to use these for like cold brews and stuff. And days that I'm just wanting to make things easy. Happily ever after, I have drank that lately. So these are just smaller samples or single serve, like, tea bags and stuff that I just have in here. And this here black container that you're seeing, I actually picked this up at our local dollar store called a Dollarama, and it's perfect. It was for like office drawer, like pens and stuff. And I have just assortment things there, a little bit of overflow of different teas, again, from like Advance and different specialty ones. These are all my different straws. I love a good bamboo straw. It's perfect for matcha, but I also love these silicone straws. I don't typically use the plastic ones, but all my brushes and everything are in there. Then I have my matcha area. So I try to keep all my matcha here separate. I keep my wooden spoon that I got from David's Tea. I love how long this is. And I also keep a strainer specifically for my matcha with my bowl there. And that's how I do things. Again, I should have cleaned this out a little bit more. Whew, not very tidy. These are old. These are David's Tea. They were the large tea bags, and these were meant for a teapot. And I still have some of them, and I do use them every once in a while when I want for easy cleanup. So it works really well. So I find this drawer, it's very organized. It allows me to just quickly get some things, try to make sure that I have some things that I'm trying to sip down. And this is just like a little, little basket. So yeah. So that is how I ended up sorting out and creating my organization system that has been going strong for a year and a half. And I want to know what you guys think. Did I do a good job? Should I change anything? Do you guys have any suggestions? How do you guys organize? And are you sipping down and not savoring them? Savoring them while we drink them, but not savoring them in a cupboard and sharing. I'm so for that in 2023. I hope you're having the most wonderful day, and I hope you found this helpful. I hope you subscribe. I hope you have a great day, and I can't wait to see you guys next. Until next time, take care. Bye.